One of the most powerful moves in many early dating and relationship situations isn't more effort, it's not being more convincing, and it doesn't even mean having more patience. It's absence. It's letting her know that you're not a placeholder or an insurance policy. I'm currently working on my next deep dive series about monkey barring. Yeah, go look it up if you're curious. Which got me to thinking about this one specific topic of being in a woman's queue for attention. Because when a woman starts treating you like a backup plan, or she gives you the impression that she has many other options, everything changes. You're no longer a priority for her, but a placeholder. And if you've ever sat in that role, you know how draining it is. You feel like you're investing, but you're pretty sure that you're not the only one. You're waiting in line, hoping that she finally sees your value, but the way out of that trap is not more commitment. It's not more expensive dates or more demonstrating how valuable you are. The way out is absence, removing yourself. Here's why most men end up in line. They recognize the signs, right? The canceled plans, late night texts only when she's bored, or maybe the way her attention spikes when things are not going well elsewhere. Men feel it, they know it, but instead of stepping back, they try harder. They think to themselves, if I could just show her that I'm reliable, she'll eventually realize that I'm the right choice. But I'm sorry to tell you that that is not how psychology works. It doesn't work that way. Here's an example. A reactance theory, first outlined by researchers back in the 1960s, explained that when people feel that their freedom is threatened, they act to restore it. Now, in relationships, this means that if you're always available, if you never create tension or consequence, then she feels no threat to her freedom to treat you like you're just another one of her guys in her DMs. She has your access on demand. You're there no matter what. And because you come with a guarantee of attention, she doesn't need to value your presence. But the moment you make it very clear to her that you're 10 seconds from walking and you won't sit in reserve, she feels it. She'll understand. The freedom to have you anytime and anywhere she wants is gone when you make that move. That loss is what triggers reactance in her. It's that drive to pull back in what she's about to lose or has already lost. The key here is that you're not doing this as manipulation, right? You're not walking away to get a reaction. You're walking because you need to be in line with yourself and she's violating your standards. So it's not manipulation, but rather a correction. Let me use this example. I worked with a guy several years ago who was in a relationship with a woman for not long, just a couple of months. But she only prioritized him when her other plans, like I remember a concert, fell through with her friends. And sometimes she did not even give him a reason at all as to what she was doing. He was fairly confident that he was one of many guys that she kept in line for her time and her attention. But he didn't know how to address it, because he was afraid of scaring her off. You know, it's that whole jealousy and shaming technique. If her friends had their own other plans, then she would text him. If her likely other dating options went quiet, then suddenly she wanted his attention. He convinced himself that being patient and waiting would eventually land her full commitment. But all he proved was that he would accept being second or third place. Could have been fifth, I don't know. And as long as he stayed, that pattern never changed. But the day he'd had enough, then that's when she transformed. She realized that she had lost access to him, and for the first time, she had to confront whether she actually valued him. And here's the core of the principle. Absence is leverage, and it forces clarity. When you refuse to wait in line for her attention, she has to face the reality of your value because it's no longer guaranteed. Now let's talk about how to handle it. If you're confident that you're just another dude in her roster, just tell her that you won't play that role and congratulate her on having more time with her other options. Then delete her number, block her socials, and take as much time as you need to decompress or to regain your mental health. Whether it's days, weeks, hell, maybe a couple of months, that self-prioritization is priceless. Now, there is a possibility that she'll track you down again, either to win you back, to get answers to satisfy her ego, or to pull you back in long enough to give her more ammunition to destroy you in her social circles. And your job at that point is to recognize her intention. And how you respond is up to you. If you take her back, make her earn it. Before anything, say, if we're going to move forward, I will not be treated as an afterthought. If you want me in your life, show it through consistency and availability. Right now, I need for you to take some time to reflect. And if you're serious about this, then come back in a week and tell me how things will be different. Ultimately, being treated as a backup is not about her. It's about whether you are willing to live in a role that denies you of your own value. Reactance theory shows us that absence does matter, because by walking away, you create conditions for respect. She may step up, she may fade out, but either way, you've proven to both of you that you're not a placeholder.